Welcome to another episode of Gold Medal Mixing Podcast. I'm your girl, Brittney Reese, and today's guest we have Shelby McEwen Jr., Olympic high jumper, silver medalist, coming from the SEC just like me, representing Ole Miss, Alabama, and thanks for having me.
Man, thank you for the invite. I was looking forward to the opportunity. Just glad to be here. Glad to be here out here representing my family, my state, my home state, Mississippi, my school, and all my fans that's just been keeping up with me for the last several years of me just going through this high jump and just enjoying every step of the way. So I'm just glad to be here, glad to be on the show.
All right, appreciate you. So let's start off with, how are you dealing with being here? Like, what are you're nervous? You're just
more of excited. Okay. I'm excited. The nervous part of me kind of settled out, the last year within just being able to travel the world, know the faces I've been going against for the last several years, and it's like the confidence there, the discipline there, the focus been there, and so it's like I'm ready.
I know,
it's my time. So
we from the coast.
Yeah. Come on,
ready.
We dogs. We from the south, so we get to it and we handle business. So,
exactly.
More of just just staying relaxed, staying healthy, away from the track, and just taking care of the small things to be successful on the track. So
I know that's right.
Every step of the way, just been enjoying the process, enjoying the journey, and just me and my coach been sticking together.
Yeah.
And hey, just getting the job done.
Because it goes by so quick. Like, just yesterday I had made my first team, and now I'm back watching. It's my first time not even, competing on that level at Olympic trials. So it can go fast, so you definitely got to enjoy it while you got it, and have fun in the process.
And most definitely take advantage of it.
Exactly.
Take advantage of it. That's
so
what
we got
about.
a lot of similarities. So basketball is my first love. Basketball obviously your first love.
Right.
So I heard you won a dunk contest on us.
Come on, back in 2014, I was on the AAU circuit playing with M33M, Mike Miller, Adidas team out up in Memphis, and we was at the Fab 48 out in Vegas, and it's crazy how it came about because I wanted to always get my vertical done.
Yeah.
And so it was a Vertimax set outside of Bishop Gorman High School, and I told my dad, I was like, hey Dad, I want to jump up and see how high I can, see what my vertical is. So I took one step and I went off 2 feet, and the lady was like, hold on, we got to raise the thing because you just jumped it out. And I was like, okay, we can do it again. And she was like, oh my God, you got the highest vertical of the day. So we got to get you in the dunk contest this weekend. And I'm like, I'm all for it. And so in that moment, not knowing who I was going to be going against, I was looking at the same guys that I was dunking against in the competition that following weekend. So it was Jaylen Brown, Corey Sanders, Derrick Jones. You had the judges like Tiana Taylor, Victor Oladipo, Bow Wow, and so I got to see a lot of faces that's, purely big time people, and like Jaylen Brown, Celtics MVP of this year's finals. Yeah. And I was warming up. I'm like, man, I was nervous, and then I'm like, man, I'm just gonna come out here and have fun. I ain't really got no trick dunks in the bag like that. So how it came about my first dunk, I jumped over one of my teammates, and they gave me like a couple 8s, and then on that second dunk, I just went back to the other end of the court. I said, whatever I do, I'm gonna just take off. Yeah. And the intentions were not to take off from behind the free throw line, but when I took off, I was midways in the air, and I was looking down in the back of the rim, and when I came down, I just started celebrating, and like they stopped the whole contest for like 10 minutes. And so they was like, oh my God, he went from behind the free throw line, And so when they went back and watched it, like I literally planted behind the free throw line. And so that was a viral moment that like blew up for me back then, and man, just opportunities started to happen from there, just carrying it over, and then I couldn't give the ball up that easy, you know what I mean? Especially off of that. So man, it was just that second dunk of the competition, like they was like, it's over. Like this man just took off from behind the free throw line, like, Jordan, he was on it, and he kind of, and I rose up with the left hand. Ooh. And so it's like now to this day, me and my coach, we always look at that video, and he was like, man, if you pay attention to it, he was like, you rotated in the air, so you basically did a high jump, just wasn't going over a bar. And when he broke that down to me, I'm like, man, wow. So we can get more into detail about like my training and stuff. It's majority of it's on the basketball court. Really? So I do a lot of training on the basketball court just to make it fun, just to get some dunks in, because I still have a drive for the sport. And when I go out to the track, it's like, okay, I'm rotating on the layup, I'm rotating on the dunk, I'm gonna rotate over the bar. And
that's crazy, because that's kind of how, when high school, that's how I learned how to do high jump. My coach was like, it's the same thing as you going up for a layup. You go over, you just going over, just bend your back over the bar. I was like, oh shoot, I'm nervous,
Right.
But once I started getting the hang of it, I was like, okay, cool. It is just like doing a layup or anything else. But yeah, I still do basketball too. I just be playing a little adult league, you know, trying to get busy with the old women, with the old knees out there getting beat. But yeah, we definitely need to get, because a lot of track athletes, we not just strictly track. A lot of them play football. We got NFL athletes out here. We got, you know, NBA or college basketball athletes and things like that. We need to figure out a way to, just how, you know, I think it was last year, year before last, they had the NFL player come from Ole Miss come out and do the 100.
Metcalf.
We have to see how, you know, we can get you in that NBA All-Star or something.
Most definitely. All-Star weekend.
We gotta get you up in there, because I mean, we all athletes at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, yeah, and we all deserve the opportunity, like he talked about earlier. It's like, it's about the athletes. You gotta bring yourself sometimes.
Yeah,
and,
you gotta bring yourself.
Bring that to another side of just outside of track and field, to sell yourself, to show the world that, hey, it's more to just track.
Yeah.
You got other professions and abilities too, like on the basketball court, because still to this day, I feel like, man, if I was in that dunk contest last year that I saw, I feel like I could have won it.
I feel like it's true. I feel like it's getting off. They got to bring something new, because like a lot of the athletes don't want to do it, because I think now it's like, to them it's like a waste of time.
It's a waste of time, yeah.
So they got to, you know, just like the 3-point contest, they brought in some WNBA people, the girl, and so I feel like now they're going to have to open up their minds and branch off another tree and try to figure out how to, you know, get people more involved with the All-Star game, because honestly they don't really too much care no more. Like, it ain't worth their time. So you're signed with Nike. How that's been for you?
Oh man, it's been a journey. I mean, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. It really is. Starting off, you know, I made my first team 2019 Doha. I think that was me and your last time, and ever since then, just been going from there. Just trusting the process, trusting the journey. I always question myself. I was like, man, I missed the final, my first team, by one spot. Yeah. And ever since then, it started to go uphill. So in 2022. Won my first USA's, and here in Eugene, I was one jump from like getting the medal, and all of a sudden I ended up falling out, and I ended up finishing 5th. And so 2020 Tokyo Olympics made the final. So just like he was saying, man, you gotta jump in order to get the deals to make the companies want you. Yeah. And so as my character, the type person I was putting on the show, enjoying it, and they saw that, and so. Blessing my agent, she got me my first deal back in 2022, and it's just been a blessing ever since then. And so, man, I just been in
shoe boxes.
Yeah, getting them shoe boxes, everything. Yeah, it's love. Man.
That's what I miss about being Nike. I would just pull up to the house and see about 5 boxes. Yeah, that package done came in.
And it's a blessing because he was like, you can get gear, but like a lot of athletes are not like signed when it comes to, you know. So I actually signed that contract, and man, it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing for sure.
Most definitely. So, what does it mean for you to get a medal? What would it mean to you?
Man, it would be amazing. You know, lost for words. Just something I just been visioning and just praying on, staying humble, being patient. And like I said, I feel like it's my time. You know, only God knows, and
that's true.
So I put all my faith and trust in Him. Every day. You know, I made a vision board this year to you know. Put in my phone, and every morning when I wake up, I look at that vision board. Every night, I look at that vision board, and I'm putting it to use. And like, I've been having so much success starting indoor. I got the Olympic standard over in Czech, and you know, had right there at a PB, at another PB. So I feel like it's finna click, and it's gonna happen here real soon, and it's happening around the right time of the season.
That's exactly what it needed to be around this time.
Me and my coach, we've been mapping it out pretty good with just my scheduling. Got my first Diamond League win back in China. Okay. Won to meet over in Ostrava.
There you go.
Here I am at trials. And looking forward to punching my ticket on my second Olympic team. So I'm excited.
Definitely gonna be there.
And the goal is, you know, they say get top 3, but the goal is, of course, to go win. I want to win.
Still want to win.
Most definitely. So even though I got the standard, I just put all that behind me and just come out here, like I said, have fun. Yeah. And the more fun I have, the higher I jump.
So how many people in your event have the standard?
Me and Javon, the only two right now. Yeah, me and Javon, the only two has the standard.
Somebody got to rise up.
Yeah, they got to rise, because when they took their standard in the high jump from 229 to 233, it was out this world. So.
And we was looking at that yesterday, because we was looking at the long jump standard. And when I was jumping, the standard was 675, and they jumped it up to like 680. You gotta jump.
You gotta jump. You gotta jump.
You gotta compete, and it's because the rest of the world has caught up, and it's just not going to be just because the Americans don't have 3.
Right.
You got to see what the rest of the world is doing. So
that's true. That's so true. Then you got the young talent coming up, the high schoolers and the college, and you gotta be able to compete and be ready on that day.
I feel like you part of that. So we talked about the changing of the guards, like people like me coming out the game, doing other things, and it's people like your age group and coming up. Y'all are now starting to take over.
That's
and
right.
It's a beautiful thing to see because it's like Team USA isn't lacking in many spots. Like we still that dominant team that everybody wants to be at, and we still have it's still considered the hardest team to make regardless. So it's kind of cool to sit back on this end and watch, people your age and younger come up and take control of Team USA. So
most definitely. And I feel like just in the high jump and on the men's side in general, I mean, we haven't, like Javon got the world championship medal, but the Olympic medal, last medal was Eric Kennard in 2012. So like I said, man, it's time for a change, man. I done seen the Italians, I done competed against those guys. I say, why not me? I can beat them, so just the confidence, like I said, the discipline, the focus, just everything has just set in, and hey, I'm looking forward to it.
So what has training been like? I know you say you play basketball a little bit, so what other things that you do that you feel that contributes to you, performing well?
So I made a transition, moved to Houston a little over a year ago. And me and my coach, Patrick Powell, man, we bumped heads there for a minute at the beginning, but once we got on the same page, everything just been going how it's supposed to been going. And outside of the court, we do a lot of strength training, a lot of running. Couple approach days, really don't jump too much at practice, but I feel like I'm in top-notch shape to be able to sustain. He was like, man, you've been high jumping before you came to me. Go out and high jump. I'm just here to enjoy the show. And I feel like that's coming from a coach, the confidence he has in me. It only builds confidence in myself to go out there and, get the job done on that day and just, like I said, go out and have fun and just enjoy doing it.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people don't understand that, because I coach high school and these kids just want to jump. And I was like, you ain't got to jump. Like even when I competed, I think I jumped maybe once or twice out of the week, and one of the days was plyometric day, so I don't really consider that a full jump day. Right. And I was successful at that way. You don't have to overexert yourself with jumping. You know how to jump. Now let's work on the technical things. For you, why the high jump? Like what? I know you got crazy bounce. I know that's part of it, but what attracts you to the high jump the most?
What attracts me to the high jump the most? I feel like being able to jump up and go over that bar and being able to get up that high off the ground. And growing up, I grew up in the country. We from the South, so flipping. I used to flip off hay, and so it's like a half backflip. So I'm like, I grew up flipping. When I was at my junior college, they tried to, if it weren't for basketball, they was gonna get me to try to come on and tumble for the cheerleading team. So I was like, okay, you know what? Why not high jump? So once I seen I was good at it and started to get successful at it and gradually continue to rise in, I'm like, man, I'm gonna stick with it and keep doing it. I had intentions. I wanted the long jump.
Okay.
I ain't slow, but I ain't got the fast. I had to work on a little speed work, but I got the bounce for it for sure. I do feel I have the bounce for it. So it was a point when I was at Bama, me and Miguel, I was like, Coach, man, he was like, man, you done got so successful at the high jump, man, just leave it alone. Don't leave it alone.
So he could have gave you a try.
He could have gave me a
little taste of it. So how do you maintain your physique, your body? Like, are you eating right? Are you just, because as me, I don't really too much tell people this, but I ain't really have to lose weight, so I never I didn't have to really eat healthy because I was on the point where I was trying to gain weight. So I'm eating. So I don't know if I know most high jumper are slender like you. So how do you what are you eating, or what are some things that you're doing to maintain that physique? Right.
So like I said, with just a lot of discipline, I changed my diet up, reached out to our nutritionist. Like I said, I just been locked in.
Yeah, you locked in.
Just been more on my protein, staying fit. Staying strong. I've been upping on my creatine after a low day, and like I said, we focus on a lot of core work.
Yeah,
my coach. And so shout out to my boy Will Williams. He at the track yesterday. He was like, man, Shelby McEwen in this best time in his career, mentally and physically. People starting to see it, because I looked at a picture from 20, even last year. I'm like, man, I haven't put on a lot of weight, but I done put on some muscle. So I'm like, man, I'm actually out here looking pretty, fit. And coach, he was like, man, you probably one of the fittest jumpers just by looks, because like what we doing, like we do a lot of strength work, a lot of lifting, and I feel like I preload before a competition, so I feel like that kind of wakes the nervous system up. And it's, like I said, it's been going good. And
it sounds like you got it.
Yeah, I got it mapped out. I got everything.
You got it. It sounds like you got it, and that'll help for the future coming in, because you're so young still to me, and you're so young in the sport, and it's going. What you're doing now, and if it works and does what it's supposed to do, it's gonna carry you on for more success later on in the year. So I'm glad to see that you locked in like that. Like it's
really appreciate it.
Real cool to see.
Yeah, I had to change up a few things. Like I said, away from the track, just leave the outside alone. Like I said, being in Houston, it can be kind of tough. But once I learned how to find that focus, and just all the other stuff gonna be there, the partying, but it's just about a level of discipline. I'm the type person, like from the country, I love to have fun with family and friends. I'm a social person, but when it's time to lock in, I had to find that focus and discipline. And I just, thank God to this day that I know He's been with me the whole way. And I've been doing it.
Yeah, so. It looks like, and we as a team at Gold Medal Mixing Podcast, we're gonna be right there in the stands, cheering you on. We're gonna get a sign for you. We've been making signs every day. We're gonna get you a sign. You go off tomorrow, right?
Sunday.
Oh, you go Sunday. Okay, y'all got 2 days.
We get 2 days. It's been like that for a minute. So the high jump get 2 days in between events. Yep.
That's what's up.
So I got a little time to
recover.
So
how did that like? Because I know like with the Olympics and everything, like and World Championships, I don't think I ever had 2 days off. How do you stay mentally prepared when you got like such a long, like to me 2 days is long.
So like a day like today, me and my coach, we mapped it out last night after the meet. He was like, hey, we'll get a little recovery in today. Just take the day off, stay off your legs.
There you go.
Tomorrow hit the pre-meet. He's like, man, the work has been put in, man. The work has been put in. We'll go with the regular routine on Sunday, get my strides in, and the weather, if the weather's looking how it's supposed to look on Sunday, with me preloading, I really don't need much when I get out there. Just a couple strides, a couple, pogos or whatever, and hey, take off and get ready to jump. So we map it out pretty good. Like a day like today, I'll probably just kick it, hang out around here at the hotel, kick my feet up, maybe walk around a little bit, just get out in the sun.
There you go.
But he was like, well, just stay off the legs today, and pre-meet tomorrow, and get ready to rock and roll on Sunday. I can let loose on Sunday and get ready to fly,
I'm saying, we trying to see you fly too.
We
definitely appreciate you coming on the Gold Medal Mixing Podcast, and we'll be cheering you on up on Sunday and hoping for you to make that team again, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you in Paris.
I appreciate it, Brittney.
All right, make sure y'all like, subscribe at X, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all the above. Make sure you're going to @ Gold Medal Mixing Podcast. Thank you.
Thank you.